1966. The muscle car era is roaring. Big engines, chrome, and one rule: rear-wheel drive is the king. Then, Oldsmobile flips the script with the Toronado, a front-wheel drive V8 beast. Genius? Insanity? Either way, it changed everything. But that bold move led to one of the biggest automotive flops ever, the Jetway 707. Oldsmobile's objective with the 1966 Toronado wasn't simply to build a different car, it was to build a better car, challenging the fundamental assumptions of American automotive engineering. The core of this challenge was their commitment to front-wheel drive. Now, the front-wheel drive existed in some smaller European cars, but it was largely considered unsuitable for large, powerful American vehicles. And the development of the Tornado's front-wheel drive system was a monumental task. Engineers at General Motors had been experimenting with such configurations since 1954, aiming to integrate a powerful engine with front-wheel drive. This endeavor culminated in the innovative design of the Toronado. The engineering centerpiece of the Toronado was the unitized power package. This described a remarkably compact and integrated unit combining a 425 cubic inch 7.0-liter Oldsmobile V8 engine, producing a substantial 385 horsepower and 475 pounds-per-foot of torque, with a specially designed 3-speed automatic transmission, the Turbo Hydromatic 425. The THM 425 was a modified version of the robust THM 400, but with a torque converter remotely mounted and connected via a heavy-duty chain, nicknamed the High-Vo chain, to the transmission itself. This chain drive was a critical and, at times, problematic element of the UPP. The engine itself, while based on the standard Oldsmobile 425, had specific modifications for the Toronado. These included a different intake manifold, exhaust manifolds designed to clear the front drive components, and a unique oil pan to accommodate the axle shafts. The UPP also included a differential, which sent power to the front wheels through equal-length half shafts. This equal-length design was crucial to minimize torque steer, a common problem in early front-wheel drive cars where the car pulls to one side under hard acceleration. A brilliant design, right? But what happens when you take it too far? That's where things get messy. It was all about the interior. By concentrating the entire powertrain at the front, Oldsmobile engineers eliminated the need for a drive shaft tunnel running through the length of the car. This resulted in a completely flat floor, a feature heavily emphasized in the Tornado's marketing. This flat floor translated to significantly more legroom and a feeling of spaciousness that was unmatched by its rear-wheel drive competitors. It was a tangible benefit that resonated with buyers. The Tornado's suspension was also carefully considered. The front suspension utilized torsion bars, long steel rods anchored to the frame that twisted to provide the springing action. These were chosen for their compact size and ability to provide a smooth ride. The rear suspension used conventional leaf springs, but with a unique single-leaf design and special shock absorbers designed to minimize body roll and maintain a level ride, even under load. The braking system featured large drum brakes, as disc brakes were still relatively uncommon on American cars at the time. However, power-assisted brakes were standard, a necessity given the Tornado's weight and power. The Tornado's styling was as distinctive as its engineering. The long hood, hidden headlights which popped up when activated, and fastback roofline gave it a sleek and futuristic appearance. The car's overall design was intended to emphasize its front-wheel drive configuration with a pronounced forward-leaning stance. Now enter the American Quality Coach Company, based in Blytheville, Arkansas. AQC specialized in building custom vehicles, including limousines and hearses. They saw the Tornado's flat floor and spacious interior as an ideal platform for a new type of airport limousine, a vehicle that could offer a truly luxurious and comfortable transportation experience. Their creation, the Jetway 707, debuted in 1968. The name was a deliberate attempt to associate the vehicle with the Boeing 707 jetliner, suggesting a similar level of prestige and high-speed travel. The Jetway 707 was, to put it mildly, immense. It measured a staggering 28 feet in length with a 185-inch wheelbase. This was achieved by essentially stretching a Tornado chassis to accommodate the extra length. The vehicle featured 8 doors for easy passenger access and could seat up to 15 people. AQC also added a raised roof section with skylights, borrowing a design cue from the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser station wagon to further enhance the feeling of spaciousness and provide natural light. The Jetway 707 featured an unusual Vista Cruiser-style raised roof with integral skylights and a completely enclosed cargo area with a hinged rear door. AQC made a fateful decision. They would retain the Tornado's front-wheel drive layout and much of its powertrain. From the firewall forward, the Jetway 707 was largely unchanged mechanically from a standard Toronado. While they did upgrade the engine to the larger 455 cubic inch 7.5-liter Oldsmobile V8, producing 375 horsepower and a colossal 510 pounds-per-foot of torque, they retained the basic UPP design, including the turbo-hydromatic 425 transmission and the chain drive system. This decision proved to be the Jetway 707's Achilles heel. Here's where things take another huge turn. The Jetway 707, while visually impressive and conceptually appealing, quickly revealed itself to be an engineering miscalculation of epic proportions. It was a classic example of taking a good idea too far, exceeding the design limitations of the original platform in a way that led to a cascade of problems. The fundamental issue was the sheer weight and size of the Jetway 707. The Tornado's components, while robust and well-engineered for a large passenger car, were simply not designed to handle the stress of a vehicle nearly twice as long and significantly heavier. The extra weight and the extended wheelbase placed an enormous strain on every part of the drivetrain. The front axles, responsible for transmitting the engine's power to the front wheels, were a constant source of trouble. They were prone to bending, braking, and premature wear. The turbo-hydromatic 425 transmission, while durable in the standard Toronado, struggled to cope with the increased load, often failing catastrophically. The high-volt chain drive, a critical link in the UPP, was also a weak point, stretching and sometimes breaking under the strain. The high-volt chain, integral to the UPP, was a marvel in itself. Measuring 46.5 inches in length and comprising 2,294 individual pieces, this 2-inch wide chain was designed to handle the immense torque of the V8 engine. To ensure optimal performance, 4 different sprocket diameters were used, hand-selected for each unit during assembly. The 455 cubic inch engine, despite its impressive power output, was frequently overworked, leading to overheating problems. The cooling system, designed for the standard Toronado, was inadequate for the much larger and heavier Jetway 707. The added weight also put immense stress on the brakes, leading to premature wear and reduced stopping power. To support the extended rear section, AQC added a tandem rear axle setup with an air suspension system. This system was intended to maintain a level ride and distribute the weight evenly. However, the air suspension proved to be notoriously unreliable. Failures were common, causing the rear of the limousine to sag dramatically, often to the point where the tires would rub against the wheel wells. This not only created a harsh ride, but also frequently led to tire blowouts, a potentially dangerous situation, especially at highway speeds. Despite its imposing appearance, the Jetway 707 struggled with rust and build quality issues, which affected its longevity. Beyond these major mechanical failures, the Jetway 707 suffered from a host of other problems. The sheer size of the vehicle made it difficult to maneuver in tight spaces, a significant disadvantage for an airport shuttle that needed to navigate crowded terminals and parking lots. Fuel economy was predictably horrendous, adding to the already high operating costs. Finding replacement parts for the specialized Toronado components could be a challenge, particularly in areas without nearby Oldsmobile dealerships. The Jetway 707, intended to be a symbol of luxury and efficiency, quickly became a financial liability for the companies that purchased them. The constant repairs, the frequent downtime, and the safety concerns made it an unsustainable proposition. The dream of a spacious front-wheel drive limousine had devolved into a logistical and financial nightmare. The vehicle's poor reliability earned it a reputation as a hangar queen, spending more time in the repair shop than on the road. Production numbers for the Jetway 707 were low, with estimates ranging from 52 to 150 units built. This rarity, combined with its unique design, makes surviving examples highly sought after by collectors today. The Jetway 707 story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of aligning engineering design with the intended application. The Toronado was a groundbreaking car, demonstrating the potential of front-wheel drive in a large American vehicle. But the Jetway, it was a collection of design flaws, because of not engineering it with its capability in mind and not testing it enough. In recent years, the Jetway 707 has garnered interest among automotive enthusiasts, with restoration projects aiming to preserve this unique piece of automotive history. So, was the Jetway 707 doomed from the start, or just ahead of its time? Would you have loved to ride in one, or was it a disaster waiting to happen? Drop your thoughts below. If you love insane car history, hit subscribe, because we've got more wild automotive stories coming your way.